All I wanted this summer was to be jacked, but they told me it couldn't be done. All hope was lost, but then I met the last natural, and he told me something.
Who ate my fucking spaghetti? Oh, I told people not to eat my fucking spaghetti. Oh yeah, and you're gonna get jacked or something this summer. Yeah. So I was talking to this guy on Instagram and we were talking about summer just being around the corner and kind of about what options are available at this point leading up into summer. Because the truth is you can start now and you can definitely get more aesthetic into summer. The four options I could come up with are recon positioning, bulking, cutting, and lean gaining. So the first one we kind of talked about was recon positioning. Recon positioning is really great, especially if you're a beginner who's just a little bit overweight. Because the truth is, I know a lot of other gurus don't agree with this, but it's totally doable to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. It is a thing you can do, especially if you're a beginner. So the pro of this is leading up into summer, and during summer, you're going to continuously looking more and more aesthetic. You're going to be looking better and better. The negative is, of course, it's going to be a lot slower than if you did a traditional bulk. This is because you're really going to limit how much muscle you can put on while you're recon positioning. But at the same time, you're going to look noticeably more aesthetic leading up to and during summer. So I think it's a real positive to that. The second option really is cutting. And cutting I really only recommend to people who have built muscle and just kind of want to cut down the fat just to reveal it. I don't think it's really great for people who don't have any muscle. Say you're about 15% body fat and you've got no muscle. I wouldn't say there's any real point in cutting because you're going to cut off that fat, you're just going to be a skinny motherfucker and you won't really have much to show. But if you're built already, you're cutting down that fat and everything's going to show, everything's going to pop. So that's a really good idea for someone like that. The other person I might suggest this to is someone who's heavily overweight. I think if you're heavily overweight, you should be cutting. You'll look a lot better, you'll be a lot healthier. That would be the smartest thing to do, I think, if you're just overweight, heavily overweight. The third option I'm going to talk about is lean gaining. And really, I think for most people, this is going to be the best option. Just because, like recon positioning, you're going to look better all summer. People are going to notice you looking better and better. And that's almost just as attractive as just being good, in my opinion. If some girl you know sees you at the beach, she's like, damn, is that a new bicep? You got a new bicep? And if she's thinking that, you've already won, in my opinion. Lean gaining is probably going to be better than recon positioning for most people because as you're putting on a tiny bit of fat, you're in a more ideal situation for putting on muscle. And if you're doing this correctly where you're building more muscle than you are fat, even though you're gaining fat, you're going to drive your body fat percentage down. If this doesn't make sense, watch this video that I made earlier. It'll explain how you can gain fat and lose body fat percentage at the same time. So you're going to be bulking, but you're going to get leaner during summer. So it's probably the best way to look the best in the shortest amount of time. The last option on this list is just saying fuck it and bulking. Hard bulking. Gaining, not being afraid of gaining fat and just really packing on muscle. The pro to this is you're going to build the most amount of muscle. The con obviously is you're going to gain a fuckload of fat. So I don't really recommend it if you want to look good this summer, but definitely maybe consider it if you want to look good next summer. But at the same time, I don't really recommend heavy bulking. I'd be lying if I said I've never done it, because I've done it. I did a pretty big transformation video a while back where I lost a fuckload of fat from a dirty bulk. And in my personal opinion, it's not worth it. But I guess if you're a really skinny guy and you really have trouble packing on muscle, you might want to look more into heavy bulking, but just be cautious of the health side effects of that. So the pro, obviously, fast gains. Con, more fat. And my channel is about aesthetics, so I don't really want you to do this because I want you to be an aesthetic person. Anyway, those are the best 4 options leading up for summer. If I was you and I was in a healthy body fat range percent, I'd definitely go more for the lean gain. But if you're already built, definitely just cut. But if you're already built, you probably already know what to do, so just do that. Anyway guys, I'm The Last Natural and thanks for watching.